BioGenesis is revamping Biological Ascension, but they've taken it a step beyond what we've ever seen in Stellaris. With modular traditions, your ascension will be unique based on your biomorphosis journey. In this video, we'll be checking out genetic ascension, traditions, advanced governments, and how the clone origin will interact with BioGenesis. I'll also be going over the sneak peeks revealed by Stellaris themselves in their Season 9 overview at the end of the video. Now, let's get into it. PDS Borge, probably butchered your name, I'm sorry. A content designer on Stellaris is here to give us the rundown. They've got a deep love for storytelling, weird science, and moral quandaries wrapped in biotech horror. And working on BioGenesis has been an absolute joy for them. This expansion dives deep, like deep, into what it means to reshape life, not just physically, but culturally, philosophically, and even politically. In today's diary, I'm thrilled to share a look at something we've been brewing in the gene vats for a while now, biomorphosis, a brand new genetic ascension path and all the squishy systems that come with it, situations, modular traditions, and yes, even genetically themed advanced authorities. It's evolution, but make it playable. So whether you're here for the cloned bureaucrats, the flawless uber citizens, or the withering mutation hives of your dreams, Auntie Broge has got you covered. Let's dive in. The Biomorphosis Situation. They're starting us right off the bat with the Ascension perk of Biomorphosis. We get the image here, and we have the caption, Biomorphosis, why not jumpstart the future of our species? The text reads, to leave our genetic destiny in the hands of nature is an inefficient and excruciatingly slow process. Why not jumpstart the future of our species? In BioGenesis, we've reimagined the genetic ascension path into something more dynamic, thematic, and dare I say, organic. Welcome to Biomorphosis, a situation that unfolds over 3 stages, each one a critical turning point in your species transformation. We do have the situation log here with biomorphosis, natural selection, and genetic drift no longer stand between us and biological dominance. As a civilization, we are on the verge of redefining the future of our species. Our flesh is clay, and we are its sculpture. We're getting 10% less research speed to society and 5% less to biology. Interesting, you could min-max it a bit by not researching biology, and they have selected the mutation approach. And the finisher effect is we will unlock the full potential of genetic manipulation and ensure the advancement of our species. You'll choose the ultimate expression of biomorphosis. And then we have the caption reading, your situation approach is a lot like yourself. It matters. So we're taking basically what Machine Age did with the 3 different approaches, and you can select which one. You'll probably get events as this goes on. But as we know, each tradition is now modular, so it's basically a +1 on what Machine Age is. When you take the newly named Biomorphosis Ascension perk, you'll start on the path to shape the future of your civilization for a series of decisions that define how your species evolve. At the beginning of each stage, you'll select one of 3 philosophical and technological approaches to guide your development. Now, before we look at those 3 stages, if you're thinking about buying BioGenesis or Season 9, make sure to use mine or another creator's code or link. Mine is in the description and pinned comment of this video, and it gives us creators a kickback at no extra expense for you. You just steal money from Paradox pretty much. When you buy it on the Paradox store, you'll get a Steam code that you can redeem on Steam. Now let's get back into those stages. The first one is purity. The body is a sacred vessel, and perfection lies in refinement, not deviation. This approach focuses on enhancing existing traits, optimizing your species' current genetic code, and preserving essential identity. Expect events about ideological purity, resistance to corruption, internal and external, and perhaps a little eugenics drama if you're feeling spicy. So pulling up Stellaris before the DLC, we can probably use genetics in its current state to see what sort of things they'll do. I reckon we'll be able to remove beneficial traits and add detrimental traits. Maybe not detrimental actually if it's about purity. Probably assimilation, and more importantly, the advanced traits. These advanced traits are at the bottom of this screen currently, but they are changing that with 4.0. But you get stuff like delicious, nerve-stapled, fertile, robust, erudite. These are crazy traits that give you a bunch of benefits. Hopefully they add a lot more. They'll probably be wacky like how we had with modularity, but I reckon that's what we can expect from purity. Next up, cloning, of course. Mass production meets organic precision. Cloning enables you to scale your population quickly and efficiently, but at what cost to individuality? This path explores questions of identity, resource management, and ethical dilemmas surrounding consciousness and copyhood. You might find your leaders arguing about the souls of your citizens, or the cost-benefit analysis of their replaceability. Obviously, mechanically, it's going to be clone vats. You can build one per planet, and it gives monthly organic pop assembly without the use of jobs. They might revamp that. We've seen that pop growth in 4.0 is quite good. But also remember, these traditions are going to be modular. So maybe you go full on clone vats and the clone vats get better. Or you clone one person. I believe that's like Horatio. I'm loving from both of these the ethical dilemmas, the journey that your empire will go on and what they'll decide to do. And third and finally, mutation. Why perfect the old when you can become something new? Mutation embraces chaos, randomness, and radical adaptation. This is the path for those who believe in progress through transformation, no matter how monstrous. As your species warps and shifts, so too will your empire. Expect powerful new traits, disturbing events, and maybe even a few limbs where there wasn't any before. I have no idea what this could be. This is kind of on brand with virtuality, where it was a completely new thing separate. It sounds like our species might adapt to what planets they're on. Kind of like how we have the machine trait where they can select their own traits, as well as overtuned, I think. We'll have to wait and see. We then get a new building, the Genomic Research Facility. Upkeep 8, plus 200 researchers for biology, is that? You can't facilitate genome research without a genomic research facility. And by plus 200, I believe this is plus 2 in 3.14. They've just scaled everything up by 100. Each stage of biomorphosis brings with it new narrative events and mechanical consequences, all tailored to your chosen approach. You can double down on a single path or mix and match to create something truly unique, a mosaic of flesh, thought and purpose. But don't forget to build a genomic research facility on one of your planets first, otherwise you won't have the facilities to engage in genomic research. So it appears while we're doing the tradition, we do need one of those buildings, kind of how like the synthesization works. And it's interesting, I don't know if it's applying this, but you can take bits of mutation and bits of purity, or bits of cloning and a bit of purity to make a tradition tree. Is that what it's talking about? So whether you're breeding perfect paragons, wait, you can hold up. That's implying that we can create replicas of leaders, which might be very, very OP. I love it. Churning out clone armies or embracing the squelchy beauty of the unknowable genome. Biomorphosis offers you a chance to live your best post-Darwinian fantasy. Wow, that sounds incredible. And there's more to go, like modular tradition trees. But also, Greg, I've told you before, you haven't subscribed, and now everyone's waiting for you to subscribe. So you, and I mean anyone else who's not subscribed, may as well subscribe. We'll get on with it now. BioGenesis doesn't just reshape your species, it reshapes how your empire thinks, acts, and dreams. Introducing the Modular Tradition Tree, a dynamic, partially customizable tradition system tailored to your biomorphosis journey. So here we can see mutation. You can't control your mutation with 5 slots, but I mean, I can't really go off anything here. They look cool. I wish we could see what one of these did. As your empire progresses through the biomorphosis situation, the approach choices you make, purity, cloning, or mutation, don't just influence events. They also determine which traditions you'll gain access to in a new, unique genetic ascension tree. Oh, that's so cool. So yes, the trees that you're seeing above here is going to be customizable based on what you select. Each playthrough will feel different because each tradition tree is built around a foundational path. Again, either purity, clone, or mutation, augmented by select traditions from the other two, depending on your hybridization of choices across 3 biomorphosis stages. Wow, so there's a lot of possibilities then. Even if it's 3 stages, and there's 3 options, it's 3 to the power 3, that means there's 27 different tradition trees, if I'm understanding that correctly. And I've done my maths correctly. I haven't done statistics in a long while. At the end of the biomorphosis situation, your empire unlocks a special ascension tradition tree. This tree is centered around your dominant approach, whichever 3 you selected the most during the situation. Additional picks in the tree will be drawn from the other approaches you dipped into, creating a hybrid structure. So this might not necessarily be 3 to the power 3, as it's centered around not completely different. So if you've picked mutation twice and cloning once, you'll get a mutation-based tree with some synthetic reproductive flavor. Or if, for example, you go all in on purity, you can expect a tradition tree as tight and controlled as your gene pool. Oh my god, what was that? I don't know, this is hype. This is so hype. Each tradition within the tree reinforces the strengths and philosophies of its source. Purity traditions, enhanced species cohesion, trait optimization, and biological defense mechanisms. What does that mean? What does biological defense mechanism mean? How adaptable they are at planets? How strong they are in army and combat? Oh. Cloning traditions focus on growth efficiency, leader replacement, and societal adaptation to mass production living. So that's going to be all about growth. You can probably clone your leaders, which is insane. I know a lot of people get attached to their leaders and then they die, but you might be able to just Clone them, you have them forever. Finally, mutation traditions unlock exotic biology, unpredictable perks, and a flirtation with the unrecognizable. I have no idea what this means. Is it like, we're gonna either have 50% output or minus 50% output, or stuff like that? I don't know. Question, why did you do this? Answer, we wanted to create a system that reflects you, not just your Empire species, but the ideological journey you've taken. The modular design means you aren't locked into one narrow vision of genetic ascension. It means you can experiment, mix paths, or triple down on your biological ideals. Whether you're crafting a society of elegant gene pursuits or an unholy sprawl of ever-shifting abominations, the tradition tree will evolve with you. Holy moly. There's still more after this. But like, that's incredible. That adds a bit more flavor, a bit more uniqueness, and really helps with RP. And you know me, I like my mechanics. We're going to try and optimize and find the best ones too. And it doesn't stop there. Advanced authorities. Once you've completed your unique genetic tradition tree, your empire will be ready for its next evolutionary leap. Not just biologically, but politically. BioGenesis introduces a new system of advanced authorities, tailored to the philosophy that shaped your biomorphosis journey. So this is going to be very similar to what Machine Age added, where your authority will differ and give you a bunch of different buffs and stuff. We do get to see biodiverse liberty here. Civics and ethics are not new. Everyone is equal, even if you have tentacles coming out of your head, but also you. Whether you rule through mandate, decree, profit, consciousness, or collective consciousness, your ascended society will transform into a more specialized and thematically rich version of its base authority, infused with either purity, cloning, or mutation ideology. Does that mean we get hive individuality? No, that doesn't make sense. No. But how are they going to do this with hives? Will there be like different types of hives? I should just read. I literally should just read, I think. These are not just cosmetic upgrades. Each advanced authority comes with unique modifiers and governing mechanics, reflecting the biopolitical ideals your empire has chosen to embody. Here are some examples of the new advanced authorities. So this is just some of them. Oh my gosh, there's a lot. Cloning democracy or cordant multiplicity. Did I say it right? I might have. The government embraces cloning technology as a testament to equality and progress. Clones stand shoulder to shoulder with natural-born individuals. Their voice is equally valued. The will of the people is enriched by the diversity of every perspective, clone or not. So there's going to be clones and there's not going to be clones. You can grow normally and grow as clones. So I'm presuming there's going to be an opposite to that, where it's you must only be clones. That's my headcanon anyway. Mutation, hive mind, or adaptive dominion. Yes, so okay, we do get different hive types too. This hive's hyper-adaptive drones form a dynamic and ever-evolving force, leveraging constant mutation to overcome environmental and tactical challenges. Each adaptation strengthens the collective, ensuring unparalleled versatility and resilience, as the hive mind thrives in any condition. So this kind of sounds like your habitability is going to go up or something with that. I'm trying to associate the gameplay mechanics with the lore here. Purity dictatorship or nucleic judiciary. This government wields genetic and biometric data as tools of preemptive justice, scrutinizing every citizen's genetic code for criminal predispositions. By intervening before transgression, it ensures order through meticulous oversight. True justice is not reactive, but preventative, safeguarding society by eliminating crime at the root. I'm imagining crime goes down here, but happiness also goes down. Cloning megacorp or replicating horde. Advanced cloning technology drives the relentless production of genetically identical drones, each engineered for perfect efficiency and unity, obeying the innate command to go forth and multiply. This hive intends supply of the stars. What? How can a megacorp be a hive? Are we getting hive mind megacorps? Are we getting hive mind megacorps? We're getting that sounds like hive mind megacorps, no? Mutation empire or genomic expansionists. Embracing the unpredictable power of random mutation, this empire taps into untold potential, fostering innovations and abilities that traditional methods could never achieve. In the race for dominance, the chaos of mutation becomes their greatest advantage, propelling them toward unrivaled supremacy. I'm buff to the random mutation stuff that I have no idea how it's going to work. Purity oligarchy, or eugenic hierarchy. Absolute power must be entrusted to the genetically ordained elite, the purest and most capable stewards of this civilization's destiny. Beneath them, each citizen fulfills a predefined role, meticulously tailored to their inherent genetic potential. Contentment flows not from ambition, but from accepting one's designated purpose. That's like, there's a popular film series. Was it Divergent or something? I don't know. So there's going to be like some elite mechanics where rulers, or whatever they're called in 4.0, get buffs and happiness of the workers go down. Those are just some of the examples. I'm really excited for that. All the lore and stuff sounds so good. These are all like sci-fi or moral questions that you can roleplay and play as in Stellaris. I love it. Tailored to your path. Each of the 3 biomorphosis philosophies, purity, cloning, and mutation, have its own flavor of authority type. That's 18 total advanced authorities, all designed to express a vision of what society has become in the aftermath of biological transcendence. Choosing your advanced authority is a crowning moment. It's a reflection of your empire's journey from mere organic matter to a society reborn in gene-forged glory. That's all from Borg. May our biomass be bountiful, your cloning that's efficient, and your mutations most non-lethal. Thank you. Sorry again if I'm saying your name wrong. But we do get a clone interlude. Alpha jumped in here to address what happens, the clone army origin interaction with Biogenesis !1! To start with, as clone army origin, you'll be prevented from undertaking biomorphosis until you've unlocked your genetic potential. However, once you've done so, you could even take the Ascension perk as your first Ascension perk. Oh, wow. So you could rush down Biomorphosis as clones by rushing down the clone fertility or potential and then going Biomorphosis. I don't think this means you can only go Biomorphosis, as you can see synthetic fleshes weak in the background, and it just says specifically for Biomorphosis you can't take it till you finish. I reckon you could still go mind over matter before you finish it. How do you unlock your genetic potential, you ask? By completing either the clone fertility or clone potential special projects. I think this is the same, but yeah, you can see biomorphosis can now be taken. If you go clone potential, you cannot do purity and mutation, but you can do all the other ones with clone fertility, which is cool. Clone fertility makes your species capable of reproduction once more and allows you to undergo biomorphosis with the complete freedom of any path you desire. Clone potential, however, means that your species remain as infertile clones, and as such, locks you an upgraded version of the cloning path if you undertake biomorphosis. This upgraded cloning path grants the following in addition to the regular rewards: the ability to genetically modify clone soldier species. Regular clone vats, genomic research facility, and medical buildings increase the number of cloned soldiers sustainable per planet. That's huge. You can get past 100 pops. Holy moly, that's huge. Being able to apply the clone soldier trait to other species by genetic modification. Oh, clones are already really strong, and this is really, really good. Oh my word, I can't wait to play with this. Next week we'll be exploring phenotype traits and the evolutionary predator's origin. That's right, we did get a sneak peek about phenotypes in exploring what's included in Stellaris Season 9 video on Stellaris' channel. So what I'm going to do is quickly just run through everything that was teased in here, like for example, more stats. Let's get rid of my camera. Purity. We know what it means to be pure. Adoption effects, unlock agenda, perfection protocols. Leader lifespan 20% is a percent modifier. What the hell? Finisher effect. Adopting all purity traditions grants allows the adoption of purity authorities, which we've just covered, and the genomic researcher jobs per capital building tier +1. I don't know what genomic researchers are going to give us, but I'm assuming tech. Then cloning. When you adopt it, you get the agenda replication initiative and clone vats. If you adopt all cloning traditions, you get the cloning authorities. Then you get clone vats planet limit per capital building tier +1. So we'll be able to build more clone vats per capital level, which is pretty sick. Then we have mutation. We will harness mutational powers. Adoption agenda, divergent directive. Founder species gains the adaptive mutation species trait. I reckon this is what I was talking about, where the traits are going to adapt to what they're doing. Finisher effect. Adopting all mutation traditions grants allows the adoption of mutation authorities, genetic researcher jobs from gene clinics +2. So interestingly, the cloning does not get a genomic researcher job. So we're also getting new phenotype traits for all species, all of them, like shelled here. Pop housing usage -75%. He has to be musculoid or necroid. Rooted. Pops will not automatically resettle. We get negative ones, by the way. This is exactly what I wanted in my wish list that I made. Like, we obviously get the reactive portraits. We get more information on the 3 new origins. Evolutionary predators blocks all ascension paths except for mutation ascension. You'll get malleable genes and adaptive evolution situation. This species has always hunted the most unique creatures, driven by an instinct they didn't fully understand. Possessing a rare ability to integrate the genetics of their prey, it evolved into the apex predator of its world, absorbing every genetic advantage available. Now their hunger leads them to the stars. This is basically implying we can go kill stuff and get their traits. What? Starlit Citadel, we get this deep space citadel at the edge of the gravity well. A strange portal leads to an unknown system, homeworld we don't actually see, but a mysterious wormhole looms at the edge of this civilization's home system. A gateway from which hostile entities emerge in relentless waves. These invasions are as unpredictable as they are inevitable, forcing the people to rely on the greatest technological triumph, the Deep Space Citadel. So it looks like we're getting invasions, and the Deep Space Citadel is going to protect us. So maybe we can like level up or something, I don't know. Then Wilderness. Warning. Blocks all Ascension paths except for Purity Ascension. This entity is nothing less than a sapient ecosphere, a multitude of diverse life forms which long since coalesced to form a gestalt consciousness on a planetary scale. It's a planet, it's a planet, it's a planet. Each world represented by one heart pop. Species trait, Wilderness. All jobs fulfilled by an assortment of pre-sapient species, colonized exclusively through terraforming. That sounds mad. Real big mix-up to playstyle. I love it. We do also get a look at the new Hive, Fallen Empire. There's 3 of them next to each other. So we do get confirmed that Shadows of the Shroud will finish the Ascension rework. We'll get Origins, Advanced Governments, will revamp Psionic Ascension and Shroud mechanics. There's also going to be Psionic Auras. That's going to be a map mode. That sounds very cool. Hives and some machines will get Psionic Ascension, as well as new portraits and 2 Psionic chipsets. Who knows if they'll be like BioGenesis ones with unique firing stuff, ships, mechanics, crazy, and a bunch more covenants, it seems. Infernals will have new portraits, a ship set, origin, civics, and traits. It's a huge DLC. We're getting a new planet type, Canic Worlds, and the custom crisis path will set the entire galaxy on fire. Again, if you do want to purchase Season 9, make sure to use my link or in other creators. It helps us out a bunch, and you're probably already going to get the Season Pass or at least the DLC, so you may as well use the link. It will last. The link is permanent, so you can use it at any point. You can use it on any Paradox game or DLC. Now, go watch this recommended video while you're hyped for Stellaris.